Friends, first we'll be starting the spiritual wisdom, the part of spiritual wisdom. So as I indicated, the impact of the thoughts on the body and mind. So that's what the topic. It's very, very essential topic and most important topic. Every one of us need to learn and follow in the lives, our own life, daily life, my dear friends. So the thoughts are the most prominent things, as we know, a day in, day out, we think and we do, right? So we always think, first we think and then we'll do any activity in our daily life, my dear friends. So we'll try to understand the in and out of the thought process and how it is going to impact your body, how it's going to impact your mind. Everything we'll try to understand today, my dear friends. So especially thoughts, whenever you say that, so we are the thought beings. We human beings are thought beings, my dear friends. Because we run through the day in, day out, we run through the thoughts. Without a conscious thought, we can't do anything on this earth planet, my dear friends. Of course, we are the real consciousness beings. That means we are the spiritual consciousness beings. We are the soul consciousness beings. All of us know. So far, we have been discussing, so many days we have been discussing the same thing. And we are very much aware of that fact. Though we are soul consciousness beings, but we descended to the physical body. We descended to the physical body. We are in the grass body, my dear friends. When we are in the grass body, we have certain requirements. So definitely those requirements are, we have to speak, we have to do some activity, the physical activity, and we also need to talk, and we also need to, everything is in a physical in action. The lot of physical activities go on day in, day out. A lot of physical activity will be keep going on this physical planet. When you are in the conscious world, of course, in the conscious world, you have no something called physical activity, but you have a subtle activity. You only have your own subtle powers with which you will be leading the life in the upper planes of existence. Because you are descended to the physical planet, you are living in the physical body. You are living in the physical body. Please note this point. You are living in the physical body. Body is not you. Body is not you. You are living in the physical body. And you're also living in the mind. Mind is not you. Mind is not you. Body is not you. But you are living in the physical body. You are living in the mind. That's what we need to understand. So that is why, my dear friends. So what will happen is this consciousness or so-called soul consciousness or awareness, what exactly does is whatever mind is doing, whatever body is undergoing, it can witness. It can witness all these things. It is beyond the body. Yeah, it is beyond the body. It's beyond the mind. Whatever bodily things, bodily activities, whatever the mind-related things which are going on day in, day out, it can be supervised, it can be witnessed, it can be observed by the consciousness. The consciousness is not the mind, consciousness is not the physical body. These two are below the consciousness. The mind, of course, the mind thoughts that can be generated from the consciousness. That will be generated from the consciousness. Of course, we also get the energy from the consciousness. We all get the energy from the consciousness, without which we cannot survive. Not even 1 second, we cannot be in this physical body. The consciousness is the power source. For which are the things? For the mental body, that means for astral body, and then it's also the energy source for the energy body. First, the energy will be supplied from the conscious, that is, our soul consciousness is going to power up the mental body, astral body, basically. The astral body is going to supply the energy to the energy body. The energy body is going to supply the energy to the physical body. This is how it happens. This is a flow of the energy, how it happens, my dear friends. So it means if the consciousness is always pure, the consciousness is a infinite light. Infinite light. I'm telling you, it is equal to or more than billions of stars, the billions of suns. Whether you believe it or not, that is the power of the consciousness, or the power of the Atma Jyoti, which is very much within you, within everyone. So when such is the power of the highest infinite power is there within us, why we are sick then? Why we are sick? Why we are crying, why we are in dukkha. Try understanding this. It's all because of your own mind play. It's all because of your own mind play in day-to-day activities. Your mind is playing with you. You are listening to mind. Mind is not listening to you. You are separate. I'm telling you already again, I'm repeating you. You are separate, your mind is separate. You are separate, your physical body is separate. You are just living there. Whenever you wanted, you can leave. Whenever you wanted, you can leave the physical body, you can leave the mind. Mind is not going to catch you, and mind is not going to obstruct you, or mind is not going to keep you permanently. Nothing can keep permanently. Nothing can touch permanently. Nothing can touch, nothing can keep permanently this so-called consciousness. So that is the kind of substance it is. It is the eternal substance, my dear friends. Eternal substance. It's called eternal, so-called eternal soul. Soul is the eternal substance. It's again, it's a substance, or it's a raw material, belongs to the other planes of existence. That doesn't belongs to the lower planes of existence. So-called the Earth planet, any other planet, or other stars, star system, whatever it may be. So this particular consciousness cannot be understood, cannot be measured like a scientific. All the scientific measurements go with the calculations, but you can't calculate, or you can't measure so-called the scientific, so-called the consciousness, my dear friends. Your consciousness cannot be measured, but it can be experienced in the form of what? In the form of love, compassion, friendship, and all the other activities, whatever you do with this physical body. It's all whatever you are doing any of the activities, any of the good or bad, or a dukkha, or a happiness, friendship, anything, whatever you do on this earth planet, whatever the arts you learn, whatever the so-called so many the materialistic educations are there, whatever you do it with which what you are doing, with what you are doing is, of course, when the consciousness is there, you are able to do all these things. Without that consciousness, that means without electricity, a bulb can never glow. How much ever the bulb cost is, how much ever the bulb is great, but the bulb cannot glow without the so-called electricity. Similarly, such is the electricity which is very much required to our physical body, to our mind, for a day-to-day activities, whatever you are doing on this earth planet, for every small activity, for every small movement within you, and for every small movement on this earth planet, for every life being, all the life beings on this earth planet, if they need to make a small movement, including the mineral kingdom, so-called stones and all these things, there will be a slightest growth. There will be slightest growth even in the mineral kingdom, slightest vibrations. Their vibrations are very, very low. That is why you can't see them moving. The vibrations within the plant kingdom is also little low. That's why you are not able to see them moving. But the vibrations, the consciousness vibrations are little higher in the animal beings and the so-called bird kingdom, animal kingdom, and the human kingdom. That's why you are able to see them moving from one place to other place. So you are able to see the consciousness is able to move them this side, here and there. At the same time, even the mineral kingdom. So right in the mineral kingdom, every stone or whatever you take, there also there's a consciousness exists. In which form it exists? Even you go on dissect a stone into smallest particles, you get so-called the atoms, molecules. If you go on dissect again the so-called atoms, within that again the nucleus, around the nucleus electrons, inside the nucleus proton, neutron, again go on dissect. So that is where you come across emptiness. That emptiness is nothing but consciousness, my dear friends. So that is that consciousness, that emptiness is the cause, is the source for this entire manifestation. It is a main root cause for the entire manifestation, whatever you see in the cosmos. Whatever you see in the cosmos, my dear friends. Now, so before going to the discussion of the thought power, the impact of thought power on the mind and body, let me explain you the whatever you are seeing, the entire creation here. This is again a manifestation of a creator. In which format it has been manifested here? Of course, he has got his own design. The thought, again, that is where the thought process started. The creator has created so much here. If you look at the entire world, it's so amazing, wonderful. It's a wonderful creation. One cannot, I mean, our eyes cannot be sufficient in order to experience the entire world, my dear friends. How many flowers, how many birds, how many creatures, 84 lakhs species, smallest creatures are there. You observe in your house, smallest creatures will be roaming here and there. Who has created all these things? Is there any person? Is there any mission around you who has created and introducing every day a new insect comes suddenly in your house? Where from this coming? By looking at all these things, you must be wondrous. You must be always amazing in the attitude. You must be always surprising, amazing, feeling so happy inside, so joyful to see that small insect which is going in your house. And especially all these insects, are you going to feed any food for them? You're not going to feed it, but they are taken care. They are taken care, my dear friends. So that's why I'm trying to come to the point that the entire creation is the thought process of the creator. Without a thought, there is no creation. Without the thought, there is no manifestation. Without the intent, there is no outer creation. Without the intention, there is no kind of the physical visibility or the visualization or whatever you see like a physicality. Physicality doesn't exist when there is no creation, when there is no thought process, my dear friends. Thought process, intention, whatever is a power of intention, all these things, it drives towards the manifestation, towards the physicality, my dear friends. And the physicality need not to be visible all the time. Physicality need not to be visible all the time. They are visible, they are invisible, but they are created, they are exist in this universe. Most of the time, what we think, whatever we see with the naked eyes, whatever we see with these two eyes, whatever we see, whatever we hear with the both ears, so we think that they are real. But I try to say one thing, they are not only real, they are beyond all these things, beyond the physical visible things, beyond the physical audience. There are things which are existing beyond them, they also exist along with you. They also parallelly exist in this universe, my dear friends. How do we come to know all those things? How do we understand? How do you tune the radio for a particular frequency, for a particular channel? Or how do you tune a particular channel within your TV? Similarly, so it needs a particular frequency to tune into particular FM channel or AM channel. Similarly, you also need tune your own frequency in order to hear that invisible sound, inaudible sound. In order to see the invisible things, you also need to tune your frequency to the invisible frequency. Then you can definitely watch it, you can also hear it. So this means that, my dear friends, the creation is visible and invisible, but they exist, they coexist all the time. Similarly, you see, so in this whole universe, we are there as a physical beings, the animal kingdom, the plant kingdom, animal kingdom, human kingdom, and the bird kingdom, everything is visible. But other than this, there are so many, all other, other frequency beings, all the soul beings, all the astral masters, everything they will be keep on roaming or keep on they keep on traveling here and there. But you can't perceive them. Your senses are not sufficient. Your physical senses have got their own limitations, my dear friends. And only thing is, you need to increase the frequency or the vibrations of your own body, bodily system, especially when the consciousness, is in a high alert state. That means when the consciousness is in the highest amount of awareness, when we get it, then what will happen is we can sense those vibrations, we can hear the messages, we can see we can watch those invisible things also. Only with the help of your own third eye, my dear friends. You can't see with this naked eyes. You can't hear with this the bare system that you are directly with the ears. You can't. But with your own third eye activation happened because of the highest awareness persist in you. Because of highest awareness exists within you. The consciousness in the high state of consciousness, high altered state of consciousness, you already have it. So you are eligible to hear and to listen or to watch whatever the invisible things which are going around you. Friends, so this is how the invisible, visible creation, everything is happening continuously on this Earth planet, an entire cosmos, with the help of only one thought process, thought process of a creator. He designed the entire world. It has to be like this. It has to run like this. Otherwise, who has decided the plant kingdom should be there, animal kingdom should be there, and bird kingdom should be there, and snake kingdom is there. Under the sea, so much life is going on. Not only the animal being, not only the human being on this earth planet. Never ever feel that you are a superior here. You are none other than equal to a small ant, my dear friends. You are equal to the small ant, a smallest creature on this planet Earth is also equal to you. Only one thing is you have a conscious mind, you have subconscious mind, you also have intellect with you, you have mind and intellect with you. That is the difference between the any other species and your species, the animal human species, my dear friends. With which do not think that you are superior to any other a smallest creature. Even the smallest creature also, you don't have right to touch, you don't have right to kill. Because that the creation done by the creator, supreme intelligence, supreme power. The same supreme power has created you also on this earth planet. If that is the case, how you are going to be superior to any other being? Definitely you're not. So that's why, friends, the creation is so tremendous. The creation is so tremendous, so amazing and wonderful, highly vibrational in the entire cosmos, done by the creator with his own thought process. He has got his own thought process, my dear friends. Without that thought process, it can never be happening. You can't see this world with a multitude, varieties of things are going on. The kind of varieties are infinite, my dear friends. 84 lakhs of species, billions of stars, billions of planets, whatnot. Everything is infinite. Everything is infinite. Possibilities are infinite. Help can be done infinite help. Learning can be infinite. What is not infinite? Everything is infinite. That is why this mystery. This is a mystery of nature. This is a mystery of life, mystery of creation, which is only known to the thought process of a creator, not to us. We can't understand that unless otherwise we join the creatorship. Unless otherwise we become an infinite soul. Unless otherwise we become a mercy. Unless otherwise we get into samadhi sthiti, we can't know all the mystery behind this, all the creation, and we can't understand the creation at all. We can never understand the thought process of a creator until unless that. So, friends, so that is that is the creation. This entire creation is a thought process of a creator, a Almighty, or you can say with any name, God, Almighty, right? So that's what we need to understand. Similarly, friends, you all came to the session. Why did you come to the session? You made a choice in your mind. You made a thought, a conscious thought has come to you. With your own conscious mind is a creative, conscious mind can visualize, conscious mind can decide. Consciously, you made a decision to come to this class. Accordingly, you are prepared. Right before half an hour, you started preparing to come to this class. It means a thought is originated. A thought is originated in your consciousness. The reason is you have an urge to learn something here. So that urge is very well programmed in your permanent memory, my dear friends. Where exactly it is programmed? So as you started the intention to learn something about spirituality, about meditation, you want to make your life much better. You want to become healthy mentally, physically, socially, spiritually. You decided to grow. When you decided to grow, that thought process, that particular intention is very much stored in your subconscious mind. That is what driving you every day to come here. So your subconscious mind is going to signal. So that is where the data is available. Permanent data is available. So as you keep on attending everyday class here, whatever you learn through your conscious mind, it gets into subconscious mind, my dear friends. Without it gets into subconscious mind, tomorrow you can't answer any of the question what I put in front of you. How can you answer without the data available within you? Where is the data available? The data is available within your own subconscious mind, which is very much within you, which is very much within the genes of your own cells, my dear friends. The physicality is genes. The spirituality concept, spiritually we speak, is subconscious mind, my dear friends. So if you take like this, what happened? A thought is originated in your mind, then it has driven you to attend this class, to learn from this class. So this is also a thought process. Your own thought process has initiated and made you to come here and sit here and learn and attend throughout the class. Without the thought, you are not going to be here. If you are sitting in meditation, you have no thought. How can you come to this class? If you have not thought to go to the toilet or to go to the so-called outside of your house, to go to the garden, or to go and spend time with your family or your father, mother, if you don't get a thought in your consciousness, how it is possible? So thought is originated within your consciousness, basing on your own lifestyle, my dear friends. Your lifestyle, that is your own environment. Basically, your environment decides the kind of thoughts what are originated within your consciousness. So all the time, whatever the thoughts, you see a dacoit. A dacoit is the person is involved in the environment of always, the kind doing the dacoiting, and so trying to do the chori. So in everywhere, right? So that is the kind of the consciousness is living in. Then what will happen is out of that consciousness, out of that environment of mind, what he has got. Of course, this environment of mind is fixed in his subconscious mind. Unless he remove that subconscious, those files has to be removed. You want to become a nice person or a good person, he has to definitely go and delete those files from the subconscious mind, basing on his own conscious mind, basing on his own thought process. Again, for which he has to make a thought in the conscious thought. The conscious thought is what? I want to come out of this, so-called dacoity. I want to become a nice person, good person in the society. So that thought will be started again in the consciousness, but it has to be strengthened. It has to be strengthened. Go on strengthened. Just making a thought, it won't work, my dear friends. What to be done for that? You have to supply the enough amount of energy to the thought. Of course, you got a thought. So what you got there? Let's say you got a thought to come to this class. But if that particular thought is weaker, you could have not come here. You could have dropped somewhere else. The reason is your thought is so powerful. You have given sufficient energy to the thought. What will happen is that is going to drive your physical actions, my dear friends. It has made you to get ready, right? Whatever required for this class, and then you came here and sitting and attending. It is possible because your thought, whatever was originated to attend the class in the consciousness, you have strengthened it with a sufficient amount of your own bodily energy, or you can say your own prana shakti you are given to it. That's how it is implemented, it is manifested. A simple example. Attending this class by every one of you is as good as implementation of thought on you. It is originated in the consciousness, and through consciousness, it originated in the consciousness, and then it gets into conscious mind. The conscious mind makes sure that all your activities are planned and executed, manifested according to the thought. That's why you are here now. It means that is the kind of effect of a particular thought on your body, on your mind. My dear friends, so it is wonderful science. Thought science is a wonderful science. It's a science of thought. Always we say that it's a science of thought. Thoughts are electromagnetic waves. Let me tell you again. Thoughts are electromagnetic waves. Thoughts are the energy waves. It has got its own amplitude, its own frequency. Anytime you make a thought out of your own consciousness, you diligently make a thought it is going to be released from your system to the outer space. Basically, I can say that even in fact to speak in a deeper perspective, if I start speaking, probably you will understand. You may not understand also, that's fine. But I would like to tell you, whenever there is a thought which is released, it is an energy wave. It is going to vibrate the cells, my dear friends. It is going to vibrate the cells within you. You know what happens is, I mean, you don't think that a thought means a thought will be just going out of this brain and then it goes like a something, a substance. It's not so. It is going to be vibrating the cells, each and every cell. See, for example, I got fear. Okay, I got fear, or I feel so happy. What will happen? The entire system will vibrate. With the the thought of fear, the fearful thought is going to make sure that the entire cells in your physical body is going to vibrate. Then that particularly is going to cause the vibration. That vibration is going to is going to be manifested in the physical form. Either you fly away or you face it. That means either you face it or you fly. Facing or flying away. So that's what happens. When the fear comes inside you, entire your body, entire all your cells will vibrate with that frequency. That means the thought will be originated in the consciousness. Thought will be powerful. Thought can be a fearful, thought can be a loving, thought can be a compassion, whatever it may be. It is going to be some kind of a frequency wave. So that is going to be merged into the entire system or physical system. Okay, so especially when the thought is coming, try to understand, when the thought is also originated from the cellular level. Do not think that thought is coming from here. Okay, never ever think thought is come from this brain. Thought is coming from your cell, from every cell of you, entire physical body, my dear friends. So entire physical body, whatever the cells are there in your human system, out of 50 trillion cells, all these 50 trillion cells has got their own chromosomes, their own DNA, their own genes. From the gene level, so this particular vibration starts happening, my dear friends. So the only thing is, for all the cells, the controlling mechanism is your consciousness, your conscious mind, basically your conscious mind. Whatever conscious mind decide, so that vibrations, with that vibration, the frequency will be passed to all the cells. It means a thought is going to make sure that all the cells of your physical system is going to be vibrated with that frequency. Imagine when that kind of vibration happen with that vibrations. So with that vibrations, what happens is you are going to attract the kind of similar kind of vibrations, whatever outside existence in the universe, it is going to be attracted towards you, because you are a big magnet, my dear friends. You are not simple. You are a big magnet. You are going to attract everything. Sitting over here, you can do everything. Sitting in your own house, you can attract any situations towards you. That is the power you have. You know what happened? Every cell is having about 1.4 volts electricity within every cell. Imagine 50 trillion cells. How much is the power then? What is the voltage you have inside your own body? 50 trillion cells into 1.4 volt. You can imagine how much power is there within you. So how do you think that you are less? You are nothing, you are not useful. How can you say all this? Only thing, you do not know the fact, you do not know the truth. That is why you always feel that you are less. Somebody is more. That man is more. You got some great marks, you got great job, you got a great fame name in the society. No way. Your body, your mind as is equal to that person. No difference at all. Only thing is his consciousness or his conscious mind is using so creatively. He is putting it at its best use. Friends, so anything you want to achieve in this physical planet, let me tell you, so this is a lower form of realization. is a lower form of using your thought power. Okay, thought power, you are using it for your physical activities and physical achievements, or whatever you say, like physical fulfillments. I'm going to explain you now, friends. Otherwise, if you want to really achieve the blissfulness, you don't need to use any of your thought process. Using the thought process, you are not going to reach anywhere. Let me tell you, the physicality, especially mind and body and mind, with which whatever you do, whatever you want to fulfill in this physical world, in this materialistic world, you should use the thought power not for achieving anything beyond the body and mind, beyond the body, mind, and intellect. No way you can use this thought power. You have to set up, my dear friends. You are not at all required to do anything with the thought power, with all these things. Many people, what they do before going to meditation, they release a thought, they make a thought, they make a sankalpa. All this is not required. Why do you do? Why do you worry about all these things? They are in the materialistic nature. They are in the lower form of they are lower form of thinking. They are lower form of vibrations, basically. All this thought power, whatever you do here, whatever you try to achieve, whatever you want to learn, whatever you do, you want to do the karmas, all these are driven by your own thought process on the physical planet, which is limited to your body and mind intellect, my dear friends. It is not beyond that. Beyond the body and mind intellect, there is no value for your thought. Let me tell you frankly, let me put it in a very simple manner. Only the importance is for your own consciousness. The importance is for your own having emptiness in your state of mind. The emptiness, the pure consciousness with which you have to go through. Your entire being has to be with the consciousness. That is when you enter into the so-called meditation, dhyana, without which you can't enter into the dhyana. That is a high altered state of consciousness. It's not a regular consciousness, my dear friend. It is an altered state of consciousness. That is called meditation. So in that sense, where is the value of your thought? Why do you need the thought? First of all, when you are becoming one with the nature, when you are merging into the existence, when you are entering into the existence, when you are entering into the God, when you are becoming one with the God Almighty, then why you require the thought? First of all, you can't do anything with the thought at that point. You have no way you can access any thought there. First of all, there are no thoughts. If there are thoughts, you can never enter into the kingdom of the God. That's what Jesus Christ says. Jesus Christ has fasted for 40 days in order to enter into the kingdom of the God. What is the meaning of that? He has fasted for 40 days. Fasted for 40 days means he has fasted, mental fasting he has done. He never walked, he never talked, he never thought, and entire his mind is empty, completely mental fasting. He has done for 40 days. That means 40 days long deep meditation he has done. After that, he got enlightened. That's what the meaning of the 40 days fasting of Jesus Christ. Friends, so in the field of consciousness, in the field of higher altered state of consciousness, that is with respect to the dhyana, what we say, like we enter into the dhyana state, the deep meditation state, there is no question of any requirement of any thought. Thought will never work. If you have any thought, you are out of that consciousness. You are not within the consciousness. You are not with the one. We are not with the oneness, my dear friends. Please make a note of this. So friends, so now on the physical plan, for a physical planet, how can I use my thought power for various reasons? Let me tell you clearly, my dear friends. So my thought process, I can use it for many purposes in order to achieve on this only physical planet with respect to physicality, not with respect to spirituality. With respect to spirituality, what are the things I can do? If I make a thought, I came to the class. If I made a thought, I came to this class. If I made a thought of learning the driving, I can learn the driving. If I made a thought of winning the sports, I can win the sports. If I made a thought of being healthy, I can become healthy. If I made a thought consciously, friends, if I make any thought persistently within your mind, let me tell you once again, So if you make any thought persistently, constantly, continuously with one and only thought, if you are continuously making within your mind, so that is going to be strengthened. That is going to be strengthened. That is going to become a miraculous thought, my dear friends. It is going to be manifested at any point of time, at any cost. It is going to be manifested against any odds. It is going to be manifested for sure. The reason is you have repeated that thought. You have repeated the thought all the time. You are getting that thought in your conscious mind. It gets into the subconscious mind. Friends, anything which is repeated repeatedly, once it becomes a habit for you, it becomes a habit. All the habits are programmed within the subconscious mind. So that is why, so especially the ill health, for example. Many of the people, I got diabetes, I'll be like this after some days like this, I'm taking medicine, it is coming and going. All the time you are worried about the diabetes in your mind. Then how come you are going to come out of the diabetes? It is going to be fixed in your subconscious mind very much. You are programmed it now. You have programmed it. You can never erase it. You have to die with the diabetes, my dear friends. If you want to come out of the diabetes, one and only thing you need to make is, I am feeling happy. I'm telling all this with respect to physicality. There is no connection with respect to spirituality, my dear friends. I'm not entering into spirituality with my thought power. I'm not connecting at all. I'm connecting with the physicality. How can you come out of your ill health with your own thought power? You can come out of your thought power. There is a very much science behind this. What you're supposed to do is, you're supposed to make your own affirmation with your own consciousness. What will happen? So that gets into your cellular level. It gets into every cell, is going to vibrate with it. And it gets into programmed. That program is going to be fixed in the permanent memory that's called subconscious mind. With which what happens is, your cell itself, all your cells, all your genes, they themselves is going to correct it. How do they correct it? What is the mechanism within us available, my dear friends? We have so-called the immunity power. The immunity power is very much there within us. The immunity system itself is there. The God as Almighty has designed a immunity system within every human being, not only within every being also. That's called internal doctor. Is always existing, my dear friends. Only thing is, the immunity power is disturbed, is destroyed with the help of so-called your own mind environment. Most of the times. You always feel that I am diabetic, I am BP patient, I am BP patient, with your mind environment, your own mind environment is repeating the same thought again and again, is repeating the same energy. It is circulating, the same energy circulating throughout the body, my dear friends, with which your entire vibrations are happening. Then how can you come out? Your internal immunity power will be coming down. Your internal immunity power will be damaged. Then there is no question of you come out of the disease until unless you change your thought process, going through meditation, switching off your mind, and getting a lot of cosmic energy, and reprogramming your subconscious mind, removing some of the files from the subconscious mind. What happens if anything? For example, so if you don't repeat one mantra for 10 days, 15 days, right? So the next day, if you are trying to repeat, if you are trying to say mantra, then little bit hesitation will come, little bit slow will happen, right? Suppose if you have enough number of times, you have repeated more and more and more, all the time you have repeated the same mantra, it gets into the subconscious mind completely. It sits there. You just start the mantra, it will completely flow. That's how it works, my dear friends. When that is working, when the mantra is stored, mantra is completely working, and when it is surfacing and coming through my mouth, and everybody is listening and everybody is happy, then why not the health? Why not the health? Why health cannot work like that? Program yourself. I am healthy. I am fine. My diabetes is gone. My diabetes is gone. I am healthy. I am healthy. All the time. You just reverse your thought process. Reverse your thought process. Change your thought, change your life. Be the change. Be the change yourself. Nobody can come and change you, my dear friends. Nobody in this world is going to come and change you. You have to change yourself. When you change your thought, your life is going to change. Thinking leads to destiny. It means as you sow, so you reap. Whatever I sow today in the ground, if I sow a mango seed, I'll get a mango plant. If I say a drumstick seed, I get a drumstick plant. There won't be any difference, my dear friends. That is why whenever you are sowing, that means you are sowing the seeds of ill health within your subconscious mind. Be careful. Do not plant that kind of seeds within your subconscious mind. You are going to get similar situation. You are going to suffer for lifelong, my dear friends. So that is why it is very essential. It's all that you have to choose. Nobody else is going to help anything to you here on this earth planet. I can guide you. I can't do your work. I can't change your thought process. You have to change. You have to program yourself. Only thing I can give guidance. I can coach you. I can mentor you. So that is why everything is within your hand. That's why we say that we create our own reality. Nobody else come and change our reality, my dear friends. I also say that you can change your destiny. Though we have brought so many karmas. When we speak spirituality, with spirituality, I brought so many karmas from the previous janma, from the previous incarnation. Even then, I can burn all those karmas. I can reprogram myself. I can become a Valmiki, like a Maharshi, a boya person, a hunter. I become a Valmiki in a single life, in the same life, my dear friends. Similarly, everybody can become like that. Everybody can become a great master if you practice consistently. When you are with physicality, thought process, thought power is so important. And with respect to spirituality, your consciousness, a pure state of consciousness, you must achieve. If you do that, definitely you are going to become a great master without any doubt. But most of the times, what happens when as we are going through our life cycle on this earth planet, many of the times we forget these facts, my dear friends. We don't use our thought power properly. We don't sow the proper seeds inside our subconscious mind properly. So that is why, so you have to be so careful. Whatever the seed you are planting inside, so whatever is your inner intention, the outer is the creation. Whatever the inner is the intent, outer is the creation. Inner is the thought, outer is the manifestation, my dear friends. It's so simple. But where is inner? What is that inner means? Inner means the entire soul consciousness. That's the intelligence, software, which I keep telling in the every class. And the subconscious mind is very much there. Within the genes itself, it is stored. Everything is stored, my dear friends. Now, so earlier days, you might have heard that genes cannot be reprogrammed, genes cannot be changed. The genes has come from the parents. It has been hereditary. No way. That is the old science. What is the new science? New science, epigenetics. It is above genetics, my dear friends. Epi means above. So genetics, whatever you learned so far, it is not truth. That is not the truth. That is not the true science, my dear friends. The real science is every gene can be reprogrammed with my own consciousness, with my own conscious thought. I can reprogram every gene. That's how I become healthy again. Though I am unhealthy, I am unhealthy, but with my own conscious process, with my own conscious thought, that's what the thought power. Thought power, whatever you say, the conscious thought, conscious power, the conscious thought power. With that, what happened? I am going to reprogram my every gene. I will be coming out of my health, obviously. So whenever you release certain that kind of thought, what will happen is at the gene level, what happened? So they'll be able to process them. They'll be able to correct the entire problem. They will be able to come out because so genes has got a capability, right? Every cell has got a capability in order to generate the right kind of enzymes and hormones, and then they correct the problem. They will produce the movement the government of our body. Who is the government of our body? Our physical body. Who is the government? Mind is the government. Mind is the government. It is going to govern every cell. So when the government has decided to become healthy, that's all. When the government has decided firmly, not even any wavering that. There should not be wavering again, I'm telling you. Let me tell you frankly, there should not be any wavering. If you make a one thought, that thought must be stable, powerful, intent. The powerful intent should be there behind that. If at all you make sankalpa, vikalpa, it's not going to work. So it has to be a single, powerful, energetic thought. Make it with the help of your own consciousness. With your own consciousness, make one powerful thought and release it. I mean, just live with it. Live with it. The moment you start living with that particular thought, I am going to become rich, for example, or I am going to become a singer, great singer in the next 2 years or 3 years. That's all. You're decided. That's all you're decided. Now, with that powerful thought, the entire system is vibrating. It is communicated to every cell. This particular energy is communicated, my dear friends. This vibration is communicated by the mind. That means in my mind means where? Again, mind means what? Consciousness. In the consciousness, I released a thought. I want to become a great singer on this earth planet. I want to become a number one singer. Yes, it is possible. That is why many times I used to say, whatever you think consciously, whatever the thought you release, the universe says, tadastu. You say that I'm going to become ill health person, I'm going to die, or I'm going to get accident, I'm going to get something. Yes, tadastu. It will happen. It will happen. The reason is you are wishing for it. That is the vibration you are releasing it. Then your cells will start vibrating. Cells doesn't know what vibration you are giving. Just the vibration means a frequency and amplitude which is conveyed to them. They start vibrating. That is directed by your own mind, my dear friends. Your own thought, whatever you say, thought, right? That is the thought which originated from the consciousness. So having some vibration, having some frequency and amplitude, which is going to be communicated, signal, that's called signal, comes to every individual cell within your body. That's how the implementation happens. It means what happens is, that's what I want to come to the point. So the entire your physical body is a big magnet. Just now I told you how much electricity is there within you. You have got 50 trillions into 1.4 volts. Please calculate. That is the voltage you have. So can't you use this voltage and become healthy? Is there any problem with you? Can't you use this higher amount of voltage? With that higher amount of voltage, what all the things you are doing outside world? Your entire home is lighting. All the electronic gadgets are working. The entire earth itself, doing a lot of amazing things with the help of electricity. The same and more than that electricity, which is very much within your physical body. With that electricity, can't you become healthy? You can become healthy, provided. So your consciousness, with your consciousness, you decide. It will happen, my dear friends. For sure, it's going to happen. So that is why the thought process, thought is so much essential. The kind of thought what you generate what is originated out of your own consciousness, that matters. How powerful it is, how goal-oriented it is, how target-oriented it is. That is more important for every thought you make out of you, my dear friends. So then let us discuss how many different thoughts are there. So if I keep talking about this implementation, it is going to be much more time, my dear friends. It is going to take long time. I do not know. So it will where it will go, I don't know, right? So anyway, so what we do is let's limit it for how many number of different thoughts are going to be made by human being all the time. Let's say, just for an example, I take negative thinking, positive thinking, miraculous thinking, disastrous thinking. Like these are the various, different ways of thinking. A human being in his own consciousness, with his own past life, his own samskara, right? His past life samskara and the current life. So what exactly the environment is living, what is the environment around him, right? So with all this, what happened? You go on pick up the things. So that's how his subconscious mind is programmed. The habits are like that. With which what happened is his soul consciousness The soul consciousness is pure in everybody. Soul consciousness is pure and infinite. Atma Jyoti. It is everywhere, everything, all everywhere is same. But only thing is upon which whatever the programming you are doing in subconscious mind, all that habits, all that the permanent programs you are go on storing life or life after life, life to life, every life you are programming, everything exists there. Even when you are coming into your mother womb, when you are in the mother womb, for example, if your father is talking, right, the father is talking, it will be listening, it will store in the subconscious mind. What will happen when the child born? So when the father is talking, he will smile because he can understand the voice. That is the level. So all these things works, my dear friends. It is not easy. It is nothing to take lightly. It is very, very scientific, highly scientific. Even if somebody, like when he was in the mother womb, but still somebody was playing a, piano or a violin or something, that also you'll remember here inside. Because already soul is there inside. Soul is already there. If soul is there, what will be there? Subconscious mind is. The subconscious mind is there. It is going to receive it and it is going to store. Because conscious mind is not working there. But subconscious mind, subconscious, that is the, just it is like a dormant side, but it is sub means below that. The conscious is not there. Now it is just sleeping kind of thing, but it is still exists. It is going to pursue everything, my dear friends. That is why, so whenever the baby is there inside, is somebody chanting Bhagavad Gita outside, you go on, listen, you learn everything. That is why what we do, spiritual pregnancy, and all these things we explain. We say that, so the mother has to go through a good amount of meditation while she is pregnant. The reason is the baby is going to receive everything. Baby is having subconscious mind within the womb, then it is going to receive everything. Why not all this programming can be done within? You can teach. Let me tell you, you may be learning, but you will also be learning along with you. Right? So such is the power of subconscious mind, my dear friends. So anyway, so what will happen is, now let's understand what are the various type of thoughts are available now. See, positive thinking, negative thinking, disastrous thinking, miraculous thinking. We must be always operating with the miraculous thinking. Whatever it may be, whatsoever it may be, we have to be in the miracle thinking always. Let me give a small example. Let me take a driving as an example for you, or music, whatever. If I want to learn the driving, I make an intention. That means I make one particular thought out of my consciousness. Then what will happen? With which I started going outside searching for a driving school, and then I enroll it. Then he gives us some classes. I go through the classes. I finish my so-called what are the licensing or all this part. Then I started driving. So as a first-time driver, when I go into the traffic, what will happen? I will have some fear of accidents. So obviously this will be there with everybody. Most of the people, they do that. But so when we understand these types of thinking, so let me correlate with this particular aspect. So what will happen is, this person, new driver, is taking car and going into traffic, and he says that so I'm going first time into the traffic, I will be getting accident somehow. So I may not, I will get the accident. So this is there in his one part of mind, in his own consciousness, that thought is originated. The reason being, he doesn't have that skill, just he learned. But though he learned, if at all he has got one particular thought, I'll be able to come back safely. That's a different thought. But he has got a thought of the negative thought now. So when the negative thought is originated, then what will happen? You take a vehicle and go into traffic, somewhere you get accident, and then you come back. So this is called negative thought, as simple as it is getting implemented now. Because before you take the vehicle out of your home, you already made a negative thought within you. The moment you make a negative thought within you, your entire system will start vibrating. Imagine whenever you get a fearful thought, what happens when the fearful thought comes? So then what will happen? Stress hormones will be generated within the physical body. Stress hormones. What the stress hormones are going to do, it is going to, first of all, it's going to shut down the immunity power. See, many times, I would like to highlight one more point here. Many people think that I'm getting ill health or I'm getting the disease because of bacteria, virus, and all these things. That is not the truth, my dear friends. The truth is different. The truth is same viruses. In my nose itself, I have 1,000 viruses always which are existing in my nose itself. 1,000 viruses. But why not these viruses are not fighting me? Why not this virus or bacteria is causing my disease to me? Because my immunity power is greater than their power. The moment immunity power get down, why it will come down? Because you are in the stress. Nowadays, why so many diseases are coming from several people? Many people are confused. So they all say that I got cold and cough because of the weather, because of the so-called cold something cool drink I've taken, something and all they say. The reasons can be many things, but those are not the actual reasons. The actual reasons are the same time you have taken the same cold drink, or the other person also took taken the cold drink, but other person will not get the cold, but you got the cold. The reason is the immunity power is less because of your own stress in the mind. All the time, many times, friends, whenever you get this, let's say today you heard some bad news, and then you got into depression, little depression. That means the moment you depress here, the inside the brain will produce the different chemicals. Those hormones are called stress hormones. These stress hormones, what do they do? They take your bodily energy. The reason is they need energy to fight with that urgent mechanism, that urgency, that emergency, what you have created within your body. So it needs energy. So the moment they take the bodily energy, what happens? Your immunity power comes down. When the immunity power comes down, whatever the within my nose, some virus are there, no, they are going to attack you. They are going to cause something called cold and cough. Then your cold and cough start. Not the cold and cough is started from the environment. It is started within yourself because these virus and bacteria has overridden your own immunity power. That is a simple reason. You have to understand like this, friends. So let's go to the driving example. So he has gone there, accidented, and came back. This is a negative thinking. It's just an example I'm giving you. Okay, what is that you are planting inside? What is that you are planting within your consciousness? You have to plant. As you sow, so you reap. As you think, so you become. As you think, so you become. Without fail, you become like that. I want to become. I think I want to become a great singer. You will become. Nobody is going to stop in this universe. Provided you get a negative thought again, it will cancel. See, you made a sankalpa. Then after some time, you made a vikalpa. Sankalpa, vikalpa. Made a thought, cancel thought. Made a thought, cancel thought. You can never reach anywhere. You will be as it is wherever you are. Whatever your life as it is, wherever it is. It is as is. So as you think, so you become. That is the meaning of that, my dear friends. So what we need to supposed to do? So now he has planted a negative thinking, he got a negative result. Now the same time, sometimes what happened? The same person, what he did is he made a positive thinking. What is the positive thinking? He said that I will go and come back safely. I have no problem. I'll go safely, slowly, steadily, and then I'll come back to my house. I will not get any accident, nothing. So that is the thought I have. It's a selection, my dear friends. It's just choosing. You have to choose. Nobody else is going to force you to choose a particular thought. You have to choose. You got to choose. Now, second thought is a positive thought. So he came back, aram se, he went. Though he's a learner, just learning driver, just drive. He got the driving skill. Just he went and then came back safely with the vehicle, no accident. This is called positive thinking. Now let me come to the what? No, the miracle thinking. What is the miracle thinking? He also say one thing. I will come back to my house within 10 minutes. I go to the traffic, then within 10 minutes, I'll be back to my house. How it is? It is a miraculous thinking. So what is the miracle? What is the miraculous thinking? Friends, miraculous thinking means, okay, you're decided the outcome also. That is the power of thinking. That's how we need to operate our life. What you lose when you make a miracle thinking? Let me ask you a straight question. What you are losing out of you? There is nothing. It is just selection. It is a choose. You are choosing it. That's all. Just choose it. Instead of choosing a negative thing, instead of choosing a apple, you are choose some banana. If instead of choosing, other fruit, you are choosing the different fruit. That's all. It is all selection, my dear friends. Just a selection. But of course, it is driven by your own mind and environment. Of course, it is driven by your own past samskaras. That is why, in order to overpower these samskaras and mind environment and your surrounding people environment, go into meditation. It is going to purify the thoughts. It is going to purify your inner. All the mind environment, whatever the mind environment you picked up from the society, from your parents, from the so-called friends, from the earlier lives, that is previous birth, whatever samskaras you picked up, whatever are there already stored in the subconscious mind, you are going to erase them, you are going to change them. All the programs will be reprogrammed, or otherwise you will be deleting all those programs. Then you become a fresh person. You can become a great master. You can achieve this, my dear friends. It's all possible because of by doing consistent sadhana, consistent practice of meditation, practice of anapanasati meditation. Now, so this is the miraculous thought, my dear friends. So miraculous thought is going to work for everybody. So be miraculous always. We always say that be miraculous. So your life is also going to be miraculous. Other disastrous thought. Disastrous thought is nothing, something that you never need to be into that mode. Disastrous thinking means, so as such, you already visualize that you already got accidented, everything gone, and in fact you go into the different mode of vibration. That's a purely negative vibration. We never need to be in that mode of operation. So let's forget about that. Let's not discuss about the disastrous mode at all. Forget about that. Okay, at least come out of the negative thinking, be in the positive thinking. Then from the positive thinking, always with this consistent practice of meditation, everybody comes to the miraculous thinking. I'm sure that, I assure you, everybody will come from the positive, negative to positive to miraculous. That's what is going to happen with a consistent practice of meditation and your own sadhana, my dear friends. So with which, friends, so already I think we have more than 1 hour, it's over now. So let's go to the meditation, and this can be continued in the next other classes. Some other classes also we can continue, maybe in the next session also. Right.